Nadia. These are Stella, Nick, Svetla, and Biljana, and together we represent the Woxi team. Woxi is the company that provides safe rides to women. What is the problem that we address? We conducted a survey, and 60% of the respondents said that they felt insecure and unsafe while using taxi or ride-sharing services. Also, those respondents stated that if they had a choice, they would prefer a female over male driver because of the perception of safety. And last but not least, statistically, women are more vulnerable to sexual harassment and gender-based violence, which means that we need to provide safety both to drivers and to clients of the industry. Also, we made a media monitoring which illustrates the problem and some negative tendencies that we saw. And for example, in New York last year, 2015, the New York Police Department stated that there was 6% rise in the rapes that happened in cabs. Also, in the media, there were numerous reports of sexual harassment and assault cases which happened in Uber and Lyft cars. So women in this industry need safety, but the industry itself can't answer their need. So this is where Woxi comes. We actually answer the need and we provide safety. We are an exclusive for hire car services for women drivers and women passengers. So we are from women to women. And our business will develop in 2 phases.
I'm going to tell you more about. So initially we're going to start in the city of New York. And we're going to do so because we found out that actually this is the city with least car ownership and most usage of ride-sharing services as well as taxi services. So we believe that our product will be well received in this area. Also, in phase 1, as you may see, we're going to start with doing business to business directly. And we researched and found out that in New York there are about around 500 small and medium businesses with approximately 100 to 500 employees. In total, 26,000 women that we can offer safe passage from point A to point B on a daily basis. Another advantage with starting with business to business is that we would know exactly how many cars we would need and at what times we would need them. Because initially we start with renting the vehicles, it will be more cost effective and we will have the opportunity to increase or decrease our services according to the demand that we're going to have at certain stages. Also, we're going to use the existing pool drivers, which are around 3,000 licensed drivers, women drivers in New York. And later on, when we move to another phase, we would actually provide training and pay for the licensing of other women drivers to encourage them to enter the industry. In phase 2, we will go to business to client mode by creating a mobile application that will allow women clients to seek our women drivers, and they're going to be the only ones allowed to register. We believe that in this area we're going to have around 70,000 active users, women between the ages of 20 to 35, because they lead the most active lifestyle and are able to use our services on a daily basis. Also, this will allow us to recruit even more drivers and expand the industry for women, because at the moment it is ranked as the one of the top 10 worst industries where women work at, and we are planning to change that. How we're going to do so is by how we're going to do that is that with our benefits that we're going to provide. They're tightly connected with our main competitors. As you may have already guessed, we have a few. The most known are Uber, Lyft, Sidecar, and taxi services. But the main way we're going to be different from them is our main competitive advantage is that we're going to provide safety. As you saw earlier, there are quite a few incidents with women using those services, but by using our service, we're going to make sure that women will arrive safely and there will be no problems for the drivers or the clients, and people and women will feel secure in our services, which will differentiate us completely from other similar services. Also, we have one direct competitor in New York, which is called SafeCare. But fortunately for us, they're out of operation because they couldn't find enough women drivers to actually provide the service with. But here we come again with something different by starting with a B2B model. As I said before, we're going to be able to pinpoint exactly when we would need our drivers, at what times, and for how many hours. So in that way, we will give them flexibility to engage in other opportunities if they wish to do so. And we'll also give them the option to register and license them and actually give them the ability to drive for us, which is something that SafeCare did not do. As you can guess, for our clients, we're going to have also cashless payments and fast pickups because we plan to take over New York, hopefully move to other states later on when there is need, and go globally at some point.
First milestone is to close our initial round of investment. We want that to happen till by the end of September 2016. We value our initial round of investment at approximately $1 million. We will use those proceeds to finance acquiring clients, small, medium-sized businesses in New York City, and also acquiring drivers. We'll be funding our operations with the initial round. We want to start the service itself, the business-to-business service, in the beginning of 2017, and to have about 500 drivers by the end of 2017. We will use that supply and to launch our main focus, our oriented to customer app, to customer apps in the beginning of 2018, and we want to target heavily riders, female drivers currently using Uber and Lyft. We plan to have about 1,000 female drivers in New York City by the middle of 2018. And according to our calculations and market research, we can achieve operational break-even in New York City by the middle of 2019. So, our team. Nadezhda is a female rights fighter. She has served in the most prominent female rights organization in Bulgaria for over 7 years. Biljana is our lawyer. She has served as a lawyer for international clients for about 7 years. Svetla is a human rights activist. She has worked as a communications and campaign manager for the most prominent Bulgarian human rights organization. Stella has experience in marketing in PR, and she has worked with for several PR agencies. And myself, I'm a financial expert. I have been working in finance and auditing, and has led the Bulgarian branch of a French auditing company. Our task is first, we're looking to reach medium businesses in New York City to establish our client base. We would appreciate any kind of introduction for that, and we will also be looking for introduction to VCs and other investors that will be that can be interested in financing our initial round. And of course, after the presentation, we would be glad to talk with you if you have any interest in investing in our company. Thank you for your time.